I want to give you a little bit of background on this Core Phonics product from 95%. The background is that we all know that the curriculum we have goes a mile wide, and an inch deep. And that's no fault of their own because they have to cover every standard within every skill, within every grade level. And so in order to pack all of that in to the curriculum, that's what they have to do it. So then when COVID happened, well, before COVID happened, districts across the nation went to 95% and asked them to help with their whole group phonics instruction within the classroom because they were finding that the core curriculum isn't doing the job to get those phonics foundational skills mastered at the level they need to be mastered at within each grade level. Then COVID came, and the trainers and the developers at 95% had an opportunity to create this product. So what it does is it helps beef up that foundational instruction or that phonics instruction within the core curriculum. We know that whether it's Journeys or Nat Geo, we are always having to beef up our phonics instruction. There just isn't enough. So we are going wherever we can go. We're going to Teacher Pay Teacher. We're going to blogs, wherever we can go to get more practice and instruction for our kiddos with phonics because there's just not enough in the curriculum. So we are taking home things to laminate. We're spending our own money buying all these things on Teacher Pay Teacher just to help our students. So the thought occurred to me when I was going through this that it's time we need to start working smarter, not harder. We work so hard trying to pick up the lag from our curriculum that we need to start working smarter. And this product is how we can start doing that. So this product, it's called Core Phonics. It's different than any of the other products that we have from 95% currently. Different in that it is a whole group tier 1 instruction. So it's given within the classroom to all the students. It's phonics only. It's phonics only based. It's only 20 minutes a day, and it follows the science of reading. And it is K through 3. So what this would be is this would be your main phonics instruction. And then Nat Geo would become a support to the core curriculum. It follows the I do, we do, you do, and we know that that's good teaching strategy. What happens currently with what we're doing is that we do the I do, then we skip right to the you do. And the I do is kinda, and then the you do is kinda, and so they're really getting not a lot. And that's why we feel that need to do something and go wherever we can to fill that need. But with this, it has the I do, we do, you do, but the we do and the you do are heavy because that's when the real learning takes place. We do a short I do, then the we work together with those students to make sure that they're understanding, and then they get to practice. The practice pages, are they going to get a sample of the booklet? Okay. So you'll see the difference between the workbook from Core Phonics versus the workbook that you have had in Journeys or with Nat Geo. There is real practice in the workbook pages in Core Phonics. There are I counted, I took a week of phonics worksheet pages from Nat Geo, and I counted like 15 activities, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15 for the entire week on phonics. And there's probably, activity-wise, I know that there's 3 or 4 activities per day in the core phonics, but then they're just blasted with all these words that follow that phonics pattern, and they're working in those words. So it's quadruple the amount, and not like busy work practice, but real meaningful practice. It does have, so I didn't tell you, it does have a workbook. It has a teacher's guide. It has potential for an online component like a PowerPoint, and it has, every student will get their own individual chip kit, or in kindergarten they get these sound spelling strips. So that's the materials within the product. It does have, every week it has a spelling list that is included. I know we have been on this spelling journey in this district for a lot of years. And the reason we've been on that spelling journey is because we've been trying to beef up our phonics instruction. Because in our curriculum, phonics comes within the spelling, and that's where the main bulk of the practice is. But this flips it a little bit. So the main practice is actually in that we do and you do component. So if the spelling is not as big a deal in my mind as it was before, because if they want to do a memorized list, let them do a memorized list, because I know as a teacher that they are getting good phonics practice every single day. It is, so the teachers that are doing it, Adams is piloting it right now. First grade has had it for about maybe a month and a half, maybe. And kinder and second grade have had it for about 3 weeks, maybe. And third grade has had it at that long too, but they didn't give them the whole program yet, just the first skills. So there's only a couple teachers who are playing around with it because it's like at the beginning of the year, but they are doing it. And I was telling Heather that it's rare we have a product where every single teacher has told us that they love it. That doesn't happen very often. And the reason and I ask them why, and the reason they keep telling me, or the reason they give me, is that they feel like their students are actually learning the phonics skill, and that every student can participate wherever they are on that learning spectrum. They're learners that learn quickly are participating. Their strugglers are participating, and they are seeing success in the whole spectrum. I went into a first grade classroom to do an observation, and she wrote the word reptile on the board, and I was like, yeah, this isn't going to go well. And there were those students that called out reptile, reptile, but I think there was like 2 of those students. And then most of the students had no idea what that word was. But then as she went through how to divide, or how to find the vowels, point to the vowels, say the vowel sounds, identified how to break that word into syllables, and then decode that word based on the vowel in this syllable and in this syllable, and then put it together, I was stunned. I went to Mark Bates and I said, we sell these kids short. Like, with enough support, instruction, and practice, these kids can achieve more than what we think they can. And I feel that that's what this product does. Also within the instruction, with that example, you are teaching syllable types. They are actually teaching syllable types in kindergarten. They teach the closed vowel sound and then the closed syllable type. So they're learning syllable types clear back in kindergarten. So they understand why that vowel says what it says. And then they are also the blending product, which we used to have to find time to put that was an additional, right? Well, now with this product, those blending lessons are embedded within that instruction. Also, phonemic awareness or phonological awareness is a part of every lesson, K through 3. So they are getting that phonemic awareness lessons that they need on a spiral. In K, it is sequential until they teach those skills, and then it spirals. But then after that, in the rest of K and first, second, third, it spirals because some of those skills the kiddos aren't used to or can't developmentally do until later. But I know as a second grade teacher, I never taught phonemic awareness. I never practiced that. I mean, I would do a little bit, but not consistently. But these kids need that because that is the foundation of reading. So those are embedded. Syllable types are embedded. Blending is embedded. Phonemic awareness is embedded. For you in second and third, you are having to add in the multi-syllable routines cards. That is part of every lesson. So that's a good thing. The other thing that I think is really, really cool in second and third, and I haven't checked all the way through first, but the morphology. In third, it's a huge part. So they're breaking apart those syllable types and deriving meaning from those parts so those kiddos can understand and comprehend the meaning behind those words that they are learning to spell. So they follow the Dolch sight words. So in kindergarten, they have the Dolch sight words that Dolch has set for kindergarten, the Dolch words for first and the Dolch words for second and third. And we will also include that list in the packet. What I did learn that second or kindergarten has quite a bit of words, but first grade is doing those kindergarten words plus the first grade words. So I think they understand that because there is so many words in kindergarten, they don't expect mastery of all of those words in kindergarten. So they want to carry those on into first grade, work on those, continue to work on those in first grade, and then they will show mastery of those and the first grade words in first grade.